Hello, my friends. Welcome back to American Lingo Academy. I'm Fiona, and today we're going to learn another 10 common English phrasal verbs that native speakers use all the time. These phrasal verbs are very useful, and I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what they mean and how to use them naturally in your own conversations. Phrasal verbs are everywhere in American English. They're combinations of a verb and one or more particles, like prepositions or adverbs, and together they create a completely new meaning. Think of them as little teams working together to express ideas that single verbs just can't capture as naturally. Today's phrasal verbs are going to help you sound more like a native speaker, so let's dive right in. Number 1, branch out. Branch out means to expand into new areas or try new things. Think about a tree with branches growing in different directions. That's exactly what this phrasal verb means for people and businesses. For example, imagine Sarah has been teaching piano lessons for years, but now she wants to try something new. She decides to branch out and start offering guitar lessons too. She's expanding her teaching business into a new area. Here's another one. Maybe you've been studying English for conversation, but now you want to branch out into business English. You're expanding your learning into a new area of the language. Number 2, break away. This means to escape from something or to separate yourself from a group or situation. It's like breaking free from something that's holding you back. For example, Tom has been working at the same company for 10 years, but he's not happy anymore. Finally, he decides to break away from his old job and start his own business. He's separating himself from that workplace situation. You might hear something like, during the meeting, 3 people broke away from the main group to discuss their own ideas privately. They separated themselves from the larger group temporarily. Number 3, break down. This phrasal verb has several meanings, but the most common ones are when a machine stops working, or when someone starts crying because they're very emotional. It can also mean to analyze something step by step. For example, Lisa's car broke down on the highway, so she had to call for help. The car stopped working completely and she couldn't drive it anymore. Here's another one. When Mark heard the sad news about his friend, he just broke down and started crying. He became very emotional and couldn't control his tears. Number 4, break in. This usually means to enter a place illegally, like when thieves enter a house. But it can also mean to interrupt someone when they're speaking, or to make new shoes or clothes more comfortable by wearing them. For example, someone broke into the neighbor's house while they were on vacation and stole their television. The thief entered the house illegally without permission. People often say something like, "I'm sorry to break in, but I have an important question." The person is politely interrupting the conversation to ask their question. Before we continue with more phrasal verbs, I want to ask you a quick favor. If you're finding this lesson helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us create more content like this for you. We have new English lessons every single day, so make sure you hit that notification bell too. Now let's keep learning. Number 5, break off. This means to suddenly stop doing something or to end a relationship or agreement. Think of it like breaking a piece off from something larger. For example, during the phone call with her friend, Jenny suddenly broke off the conversation because her baby started crying. She stopped talking abruptly because something more important needed her attention. You might hear something like, "The two companies decided to break off their partnership because they couldn't agree on the contract terms. They ended their business relationship." Number 6, break out. This has a few different meanings. It can mean to escape from somewhere or to suddenly start happening, like when a fight or disease begins. It can also mean to suddenly become successful. For example, 3 prisoners tried to break out of jail last night, but the guards caught them. They attempted to escape from the prison but were unsuccessful. Here's another one. When the famous singer posted her new song online, she really broke out as an international star. She suddenly became very successful and well known. Number 7, break out in. This specifically means when something appears suddenly on your skin, like a rash or sweat, or when you suddenly show a strong emotion on your face. For example, after eating strawberries, little Amy broke out in red spots all over her arms. The allergic reaction appeared suddenly on her skin. People often say things like, when the teacher announced there would be no homework, all the students broke out in big smiles. They all suddenly started smiling widely because they were so happy. Number 8, break out of. This means to escape from a place or situation, especially one that limits you or makes you feel trapped. It's similar to break out, but with a stronger focus on escaping from something specific. For example, after years of working in the same office job, Maria finally decided to break out of her routine and travel the world for 6 months. She escaped from her regular, predictable lifestyle to try something completely different. You might hear something like, the teenager was trying to break out of his shy personality by joining the drama club at school. He was working to escape from being timid and become more confident. Number 9, break through. This means to make important progress or to overcome a barrier or obstacle. It's like pushing through something that was blocking your way. For example, after months of studying, David finally broke through and understood calculus. He overcame the difficulty and made important progress in learning the subject. Here's another one. The scientist worked for years on her research, and last week she finally broke through with a major discovery. She made significant progress and achieved something important after a long struggle. Number 10, break up. This is probably one you know already. It most commonly means to end a romantic relationship, but it can also mean when a group of people separate and go different ways, or when something breaks into smaller pieces. For example, after dating for 2 years, Kate and James decided to break up because they wanted different things in life. They ended their romantic relationship. People often say something like, when the party ended at midnight, everyone broke up and went home. The group of people separated and left in different directions. Well, my friends, that's all 10 phrasal verbs for today. Remember, The best way to learn these is to practice using them in your own conversations. Start with one or two that feel most natural to you, and gradually add more as you become comfortable. Don't worry about making mistakes. That's how we all learn. I hope you found this lesson helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends who are learning English. And don't forget to subscribe to American Lingo Academy. We're here every single day with new lessons to help you master American English. Leave me a comment below and let me know which phrasal verb was new for you today. I love hearing from you. Until next time, keep practicing and I'll see you soon.